Yeah. Yeah, my motivation in the early days for learning Qigong was largely to do with how I felt some deficiency, in my interactions with people, Had some kind of neural divergence in the way of dyslexia, on the spectrum of, autism, somewhere. But I just felt that there's some fundamental experience that has measurable causes and effects that's going on in Qigong, and that perhaps if I develop that, maybe I can access a more fundamental, means of communicating my ideas to people. So that's always been one of my main motivations to learn Qigong. And I like to make videos to just put things out there and, explain what I'm doing as comprehensively as I can, so that people who might have some idea of, what's being explained, and if they have some input, then I'm always happy to hear it, especially nowadays when things like Qigong, things like contact care, things like, all these new things that are coming out. NSA, network spinal analysis, human energy fields, all this. Qigong, And sure, of course, things can go wrong with Qigong, if you go too hard, too fast. So there's always some caution that is advised. But I think to a large degree, it's, nothing in this world, no useful skill that you can develop is going to be completely without risk, and the more potent, the more versatile the skill, usually the more risk or something that's going to be involved, So, but I always enjoy trying new things, At the moment I'm doing a little bit of colloidal gold, 20 ppm for every 20 million water molecules. There's 10 nanoparticles of colloidal gold in there, and colloidal silver, trying a little bit of that as well. And these things are pretty safe, unless you take too much. These metals are precious metals. They're highly conductive. They're very, very stable. They're non-corrosive. There's no problem with gold being in your body. It's very common and commonly used in medicine and surgery, whatever. The reason I'm taking it is because gold is a very highly conductive and, again, very stable. It's compatible with the human body, and there's no problem with having that in your body being absorbed into the nervous system to improve the electrical circuitry in the nervous system and in the brain. Hopefully, bump up the IQ a little bit, Since I started re-engaging with the lower dantian, you can say, somatic breathing, but that's more on a physiological level. Qigong, it does involve that somatic breathing. You can see people that get very deep into it. Looks pretty cool. It's pretty cool once you get that somatic experience going. And it's even more cool when you connect that with your, when you connect that with the energy, and you're able to re-engage with your lower energy field here and use it kind of like a generator to generate more energy, to energize all of the energy fields in your body. So hopefully colloidal gold, colloidal silver, hopefully it's going to help. That will let you know how it goes. Also, I'm doing Ormus monatomic gold, which is extracted from a mixture of New Zealand sea salt and Dead Sea salt. Yeah, we'll see how this stuff goes. I've heard rumors, so I do like to do a little bit of investigation, do a little bit of trial and error, do a little experience it myself, and see how it goes. But the rumors I've heard, and I've read a lot of sort of fringe material, but again, the risk is a very small risk, so I'm quite happy to give it a go. But apparently this is should be the way to be able to build up the energy beyond 100%. When we're on the womb, when we're during the last couple of weeks of gestation, when that primordial energy field and that lower dantian, which is a physical organ, it's a physical mechanism that's coupled with a non-physical energy fields. There's some exchange of energy there, kind of very similar to how an electric generator works. Very similar to how an electric generator works. And that's how the somatic breathing, that is kind of like that electric generator. When you if you know how to use those somatic waves in a certain way, you can, it's those somatic waves, it's kind of like turning a generator, and then that will power up your non-physical energy field as well, when you use those physiological functions in your body to do that. But that energy field, again, when we're in the womb during gestation, it's at 100% after we're born. Cut the umbilical cord, and we start to use our lungs for the first time, then that energy field, it's no longer required. That dantian, it's no longer required. So of course it starts to dwindle. That energy starts to deplete. So the first phase of Qigong, it's to re-engage, reactivate that function. And of course, there's a lot of caution that is advised, and sometimes these things are withheld because because we just don't want people to go too hard too fast and maybe develop some because of course when you develop more and re-engage with the Qigong, and if you have underlying psychological problems, whatever, it's going to get amplified. All those underlying issues are going to come to the surface and can be very emotionally turbulent. And it certainly was for me. So just getting through that first phase of Qigong, it's can be quite challenging. But I feel that these products have helped me. Colloidal gold, colloidal silver, monatomic gold. It's I feel it's helping in some way, but we'll see how it goes. But what I suspect, it's just a suspicion that I had, and I wanted to try this out to just experience it for myself. But the suspicion that I have is that some of these lineages, these Qigong or Neigong lineages, that are people that are able to build up their dantian to 100%, and then they're somehow even able to build it up to 200%, to actually have a surplus of energy to use it for healing, or lighting stuff on fire, projecting their energy somehow. But it's really probably not a good idea to light stuff on fire or discharge your energy like that, because you're creating a short circuit, which is it's probably not the best idea to do that. But anyway, we'll see how my development goes. I very much enjoy seeing what's out there. So any comments, please go ahead. Thank you.